everybody. Welcome to the Dating is Hard podcast. I'm your host, Joe Welkie. For all the information you need about this show, go to datingishardcomedy.com. Follow the Instagram at datingishardcomedy. Follow me on Instagram at Joe Welkie. If you could please subscribe, like, share, rate, review, that'd be awesome. I'd love that. Please do it. If you're enjoying the show, please tell your buddies about it, share it, and all that good stuff. If you're not enjoying the show, please tell no one. Tell not a soul. Take that shit with you to your grave, please. Dating is Hard comedy game show is suspended because, we're all quarantined. The shit is not stopping anytime soon, it seems like. So with that in mind, I wanted to give you guys a little disclaimer here. This show's been taking kind of like a weird turn recently. Usually what I try to do is I interview complete strangers about their theories about dating and all that stuff. And all the people that I meet are from dating apps. But since this is crazy times that we're living in, I'm trying not to do that. So I've just been kind of interviewing a couple of my really close friends, people that I trust, people that I know, having them over to the where I record in my apartment. And yeah, it's been a good time. But in case that isn't a possibility in the future, in case I run out of people, I will probably eventually be getting to do some solo episodes. So if you have any questions for me, want to hear stories or a particular story, or if you need advice or want to hear my opinion on something dating related, please go to datingishardcomedy.com, fill out the contact form, send me an email, and I'll get to it on the show whenever I have the chance to do a solo episode. But that is not the case today. Today is the returning champ, the first returning guest on this podcast, and my best friend in the whole wide world, best friend for years, and now former roommates. So everybody, please enjoy this episode with my good buddy, Atif Myers. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Dating is Hard podcast. We have a very special episode today. This is our first returning guest.
Oh no. Really?
Yeah, you're the first. Who would have come back? I murder everyone that I put on this podcast.
That's a good point. Fair.
Everybody, welcome to the show. Once again, Atif Myers in what will be the last Atif interruption, because Atif is moving out of the apartment, and I will have too eventually, but big news.
It's not beef. This isn't going to be us shitting on each other for an hour.
I mean, it might be.
What? No, I hope not.
No, just fucking.
Yeah, it would be fucking terrible.
Well, you moving in with your girlfriend.
I'm moving in with my girlfriend.
No longer dating is hard.
Fucking, yeah.
That's relevant.
It is relevant. Relationships. It's not even hard. It's not even a hard relationship.
I feel like it's not hard for you because you just there's so little that you care about.
Yeah.
Like when I'm dating somebody, I'll get into arguments so quickly, and then I'll yell at you about them, and then you'll be like, "Why do you even care?" And I'm like, "Cause I do." And then you're always just like, "I mean, if that happened to me, I wouldn't care."
I really don't care. We don't argue a bunch. I don't know. We really just don't argue a bunch.
Yeah. That's the ideal.
I just have to keep checking in to make sure that she doesn't hate me.
Oh, yeah? How do you do that? You just text, "Hey, you don't hate me, right?"
Yeah. Something like, "Yo, you got any grievances?" Air your grievances if you have them. Because, women, I'll say what, they will hold their resentments in, and then once you fuck up, then comes 11 other things you do.
Yeah.
So it's I'd rather...
compounding interest.
Yeah. So I'd rather constantly be like, "Are you mad at me? Are we still good?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "Yeah, why would I be mad at you?" I'm like, "I've been surprised before."
I don't know.
Yeah.
You could be mad at me. It hasn't... it's happened before.
A lot of temperature checks in this relationship.
Oh, temperature checks.
Yeah.
A little heat check on your girl.
Little heat check. Yeah. "Are you cool?" And then she's like, "Yeah." What? And then she thinks I'm a psycho.
Yeah.
But no, I'm moving in with her, and it's fucking weird.
Yeah, this is the first time that you're moving in with a lady.
Yeah, I don't know what to expect.
I don't know either. I never lived with a lady either.
I've never lived with a lady.
Well, you've basically kind of been living with her for the last month and a half or so.
Well, here's why. For backstory.
Yeah, give this backstory. You tell this story.
So there was a pandemic. So I don't know if you know, but there's a disease.
Kind of a big deal.
A little bit. It's either from 5G antennas or a man with a bat, depending on which race you ask.
You know what's hilarious is people will be like, "You're a fucking idiot. You think it's from 5G towers? No, it's from a man who ate a bat." Like that's
Yeah.
I know that, like, I mean, I don't know exactly. And then there's people that think that it was created in a lab and, like, purposely put out. That seems like the most reasonable if you put it on paper.
The 5G?
No, the created
lab?
in a lab.
Oh, 1,000%.
Because there's labs that deal with that kind of shit.
Yes.
But, like, to say, like, cell phone towers, no, a guy ate a bat, you idiot.
Yeah.
Like, that sounds just as insane.
No, it seems factory made. Like, you're like, this virus is too good. We didn't make this, like, it's too good.
Yeah.
So that happened, and while that happened, my best friend Joe Welkie and roommate
This guy
decided. Well, no, his company made him go to Germany.
I had to go to Germany for 2 weeks for job training. The company I work for is like based out of Germany, and they're like expanding into America. So they wanted us to go to Germany to see the facilities there and do a little like on hands training with their German trainer guy. And I left March 3rd.
Yeah, it was before my birthday, and you came back like the 13th.
Yeah.
And that happened like on the 10th was when they were like, everybody needs to be quarantined, especially if you're coming from international travel. Mm-hmm. You need to stay in the house for 2 weeks. And then I let you know, hey, you're probably going to stay in the house alone for 2 weeks. Here's a shitload of food.
Yeah.
You were furious.
I reacted very shitty about it. Because I didn't think this was like anything. Like, I remember before I left, it was like not a thought in my mind that coronavirus was going to be anything.
Yeah.
Like there was talk on the news about it, but then there were like memes being made, but it was just like, whatever.
But
dude.
Also, to be fair, like our generation, like every couple of years is always like, you got to watch out for Ebola.
Yeah.
And we're not shoving Africans away. Like, we're cool with it.
Ebola,
H1N1.
Swine flu, bird flu, H1N1, Ebola, Coney 2012. Like, this is all stuff.
Yes,
Coney 2012. This is all stuff they said that we had to worry about.
So I was like, yo, you're going to have to quarantine by yourself for 2 weeks. Here's a shitload of food. And you were like, fuck you, I'm going to go outside. I'm going outside. And I was like, here's food. I'm sorry.
Well, it was like my reaction, because I didn't think it was anything serious. And then you, like, when I got back, you were like, hey, I'm leaving. I'm going to be staying with my girlfriend until this, like, blows over. I got you food, and, like, you just should stay inside for 2 weeks. And I was like, what are you fucking talking about, dude? Like, this is nothing. And then, like, I got back the day before the Europe travel ban happened.
Yes, they were talking about instituting testing or a ban literally like at midnight, and you came back at like 10 p.m. Like you showed up 2 hours before a ban. Yeah,
and I saw pictures from the next. This isn't really much about dating, but we'll get to the dating.
It's fine.
There's going to be dating stuff.
Yeah.
We have to set the scene here. So I got back the day before the travel testing, and like all the European travel getting back home was like made a lot more difficult.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't fucking think that this is anything still, and I feel fine. Like, this is nothing. And Atif was very adamant to be like, no, you need to quarantine for 2 weeks. And I was like, dude, if I'm feeling
we
good,
settled on 5 days.
Yeah, I was like, dude, if I'm feeling fine after fucking 3 to 5 days, like, I'm gonna leave. And then you were kind of pissed. You were like, are you fucking serious? Like, that's mad selfish.
Well, no, because I was like, yo, at least 5 days. And you were like, fuck you, I decide on 5 days. And I'm like, I'm like, okay, you can stay for 5 days. I'm cool with that. And you're like, fuck you, man. That's how what to do. I decided. I'm like, that's great. And you're like, if it's 5 days, please let me know if you need anything. I'm here for you because we're boys. And you're like, fuck you, man. This fucking sucks. I'm like, here's my YouTube TV account. I'll buy you food. Let me know what you need. I'm sorry. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to piss you off.
Yeah.
This fucking sucks. Because, like, to be fair, you were talking to broads on, like, Bumble, and you want to get back to your normal American life.
Well,
like, Germany was shitty.
Yeah.
You had a terrible time.
My trip to Germany, I did not enjoy it that much.
So,
It was just not a very good trip. It wasn't fun.
The whole time you were just like, I can't wait to get back in my routine. Mm-hmm. And I was the one who was like, you can't do that for what we thought was a couple of weeks.
Yeah, you were the voice of that, and I was just like, what are you fucking talking about? But the one thing that I did take issue with about was like the articles that you were sending me about like the worst case scenarios.
Yeah.
Where it was like a New York Times article that was like, this is what would happen if
we did nothing.
If we did nothing, and Atif like was like, this is real stats from the CDC, and I read it, and I was like, dude, this is if we did nothing, and we're already doing stuff.
No, and then I was like, hey, if that's the worst case, it's probably gonna fall someplace in the middle.
Yeah,
like that's just where every story is.
Yeah, that article,
which is still like hundreds of thousands of people dead.
The article said that the worst case scenario, if we did nothing, the death count would be somewhere between 200,000 and 2 million. I was like, dude, you couldn't fucking narrow that down.
Dude, that's like, it's like if you told a girl you had like a foot-long dick or a 3-inch dick. Do you still want to fuck? It's either foot-long, 3 inches. What are you trying to do?
Yeah.
They're like, all right. And so, it's probably somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, so it's probably somewhere in the middle. That's good logic. Yeah, I'll use that next time.
3 inches or a foot.
Yeah. So when I was coming back, Atif is like, I bought a bunch of food for you. I'm going to be staying at my girlfriend's place for the next couple weeks. And I was like, dude, whatever. You're blowing this out of proportion. This is fine. And boy, did we we were not blowing it out.
No. And I only packed like 2 weeks worth of clothes, or really like a week's worth of clothes, because I was like, I'm gonna be back before April. Have not.
Yeah, it was over a month before you came back, and I've just been kind of here kicking it alone, just like, you know, aside from like trips to the grocery store and shit, like it's fucking been Lonely Joe.
It's weird. It's a fucking weird time.
I know, man.
But again, I wasn't trying to piss you off.
I know, but I was, you know,
of course.
Yeah. I was, number one.
I didn't take it personal. I wasn't like, this motherfucker's, I was like, no, I get why he's mad. But like, I don't know what I can do.
Yeah, I was just frustrated. I mean, it settled in after a couple of days where I was just like, fuck, I guess this is what we're going to have to be doing now. But yeah, that first 2 or 3 days, I was just like mad. Because I had such a bummer of a time in Germany. And I was like, man, this sucks. I'm on somebody else's schedule all the time. And like, I'm a creature of like, I have my own routine. And if I have to like stray from that, it pisses me off.
Dude, and I am quarantined with just a fancy white lady.
Yeah.
Who's just like, we're planning for end of the world food, right? And I'm like, yo, we need rice. We need canned goods.
Yeah, get a giant bag of rice.
And she's like, I think I would like some low-fat cream cheese. What? And I was like, we're going to fucking die. I can't survive with you. So, can you give me some smoked salmon?
Can you talk about like those first couple of weeks when you were there with her? Because I remember we were talking and it was like none of us were prepared for this. And like you weren't prepared to like be staying there because you took like only a week's worth of clothing.
Yeah. And also I still had to work. So I got furloughed because of this, but I was an outside security sales rep, so I was still required to work and go see clients. So every time I'd leave the fucking apartment, she'd kiss me like I was going to war. She's like, just come back safe. And I'm like, after a while, it's like, man, fuck this. Yeah. Like, it is what it is. But the first couple of days were just, it was her fucking, like, her family, and, like, we're just fucking sending fear her way of like the militia is gonna come and take over.
Yeah.
And then we called you up. I was like, this fucking so. I was like, Joe, Melissa's gonna come, whatever.
That was another instance where I got pissed off at you.
I was like, whatever, it is what it is. And then I went to bed, and then I woke up, saw like 4 a.m. text from me like, you fucking freaked me out, you motherfucker.
Well,
and I was sorry.
Because Atif had called me and was like, hey, my girlfriend's dad let her know that the National Guard is on the way to California, and like we might be living in like a military state, and like martial law might be enacted, so you might want to go like stock up on stuff because it could get really bad. And then I was like, oh fuck, are you serious, dude?
Yeah.
Like that sounds fucking insane. And like I didn't take any of this shit seriously for probably like the first week or two, where I was like, okay, I'll fucking stay inside, but like this will be done. And yeah, because like those first weeks when I got back, there was still shit that was open. Like my Cirque school was still open. They still had classes.
Yeah, like fitness was still open for a little bit.
Yeah, but like some restaurants were open.
Once the NBA like shut down.
Yeah.
And like the NCAA was a big one.
Canceled March Madness.
Yeah, where I was like, oh, these institutions that exploit people have shut down. That was my thought process. I was like, if these people who fuck over other people are shut down, this shit's for real.
So yeah, when you called me about the military state thing, and I was like, holy fuck, this is crazy. And then I saw another comic had posted about it, a comic that was in the Marines. And he was like, hey, everybody, check this out. Like, the National Guard's coming to California for something. And I was like, oh, fuck. Like, if he's saying that, like, he seems like he might be in the know.
Yeah.
And then that morning, I went on Google and I just typed in California National Guard. And it was like, National Guard's coming to, like, help set up camps for the hospital and, like, the homeless. And I fucking rattled off, like, 3 text messages to you being like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I was up till 4 in the morning fucking freaking out about
But then I was like, in my mind, I was like, what does the government give a fuck about the homeless?
Yeah.
And I was like, that could probably still happen. But I don't know. I really eased up on it quite a bit. It's just really, she was just stressing out about it a lot.
Yeah, and I could tell that it was probably a little bit of that going on where it's like, yeah.
She was just like, what? She would like disinfect the groceries, which I feel like I guess you have to do now. I don't know.
I don't do it.
I don't care enough.
I disinfect some of it, but like to do all of it, what am I gonna fucking wipe off every fucking apple with Clorox or something? Like, is that what you're supposed to be doing?
Apparently,
dude. I haven't.
Yeah, no, it's fucking weird. It's a weird fucking time. It's the weirdest time because like I was planning on moving in May, and I told you like November, December, or like early
you told
December.
me like because it was around the time where I went back for when my grandma died.
Yeah.
Or it might have been.
I feel like I told you over Thanksgiving.
Before Christmas.
I gave you a heads up.
Yeah, because I remember where I was. I was in Baltimore, and I was in a Walmart with my mom. And yeah, you got
the Dundalk one?
No, it was this one in Carroll Island.
Oh, okay.
But
the Dundalk one is
Dundalk
fun.
one is fucking. If you're from Baltimore and you're listening, you know about that Dundalk Walmart, dude. That Dundalk Walmart's wild, dude.
Good snacks though.
Yeah, but yeah, I was in. It was something like shitty had happened. Like I think it might have been when my grandma died, and then you texted me that, and I was like, oh man, fucking Tiff's moving out.
Yeah.
But you said in May, so that gave like plenty of time, and I was not really worried about it or concerned or whatever.
Yes, the last thing I'd want to do is like spring it upon you and be like, I'm moving out next week. Because that's fucking irresponsible.
Yeah.
Like, it's a cunt move. It's such a cunt move. Yeah, no. But, so I was always planning on this, but this pandemic, like, sped it up. And
yeah.
It's weird how, like, I hate moving. I fucking hate moving.
Who likes moving?
I don't know, man, but, like, this is going to sound fucked up. She's like, I think women are happier about couples moving in together than men are.
How so?
Because if I had my way, we would just live separately forever. And I would just have my own shit. She would have her own shit.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Well, I know one of my circus teachers, she lives in the same apartment building as her husband, but they have different apartments.
Fantastic.
That seems like pretty awesome.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And she's just like, aren't you glad to be moving in? I was like, I'm giving up so many things to fucking live with you, and I'm paying like more money.
Yeah.
Like I have such a good setup here. It's fucking amazing. We had a great run as roommates.
Yeah, man.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
And they just don't get that. He just doesn't get it. I love her a lot. She's the one, but fuck, man. I love just coming home, just playing video games, not having to deal with anything,
Yeah.
and just chilling.
Yeah, I don't really ask you about your day.
No.
I feel like if you're living with a lady, there's always like a briefing once you get home.
There is. And she's just like, she's probably texting me like, why aren't you home yet? Like, fucking, it's fine. Or just also like she has cats.
Yeah.
And like, I love her cats. But since the pandemic, we can't take them to the vet. So they have like long ass nails.
Oh God.
So they want to like cuddle and hang on to me. And they're just scratching the fuck out of my arms.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
There's so many things that you just don't even think about anymore. Because I was like, I didn't realize that, a cat, you can't go to like a grooming place.
No.
Fuck.
Yeah, no. So it's just dealing with like her cats now. But I mean, they're great. And I sort of have my own like game room, which is also the workout room.
You got a man cave.
I don't like calling it a man cave. I hate calling it a man cave.
That's douchey.
It's so douchey. It's like, why don't you can go anywhere.
Yeah.
Like you're not sectioned off to this one area. But yeah, I have like...
You know what men with man caves say? They're like, oh, that's what you think. And then you need a man cave.
What about...
Oh, this is my house. I pay for blah, 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 blah. But then, she takes it over and all your shit's gone and blah, blah, blah. I've been watching reruns of The Man Show.
I'm just not used to... I'm still not used to the space yet.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like home yet.
No, because I'm just moving in her big-ass apartment with my shit. So...
you feel like you're kind of like intruding, I guess, a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not used to it yet. It's very weird.
Yeah, I think that it would be different if you both were going into a new place together.
Yeah.
But since you're just moving into where she already lives,
Dude.
I would feel like I was intruding.
This is going to sound like a fucking meme or whatever, but so she used to live with her mom. They used to be roommates. Mm-hmm. Then her mom moved out, so I could move in. I threw out her mom, which is cool, throwing out a white person.
Hit the bricks,
Hit the
mama.
bricks, the lady. But she still left some of her shit behind. So in the man cave is a wooden etching of Live, Laugh, Love.
No!
I swear.
A Live, Laugh, Love. No.
Yes. And I'm like, fuck, man. That's why I probably just don't feel that comfortable in that room.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's weird. It's very fucking bizarre. I know.
That's rough.
Yeah.
That's rough. Live, Laugh, Love.
It's awful.
That's terrible.
And she's like, I'm like, yo, your mom forgot this. And she's like, well, we're not going to have guests for a while.
Just throw it in a dumpster.
Right? Just burn it.
She should not have that anyway.
No one should.
Yeah, that's the meme of like every white woman.
I know. And I've been with a bunch of white women that have it. It's weird.
Yeah. Or there's like now, it's like they have different versions of that, but I feel like Live, Laugh, Love is a genre now. Because like they try to skirt not having Live, Laugh, Love, but they'll have something that'll say like, it's wine o'clock or some shit like that.
The doormat says, you better have wine. I know! That's what I'm moving into. I love her a lot, but it's just like, fuck, man. Like, I've already aged 20 years by being here.
It's been 2.5 months or something.
Yeah, and I'm just like, fuck, I'm 57 years old right now. But we just get into our own, like, couple of routines and shit. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. So I never have lived with a woman that I've dated. I've had people that, like, girls be over all the time where it feels like they're living with you, but it's different. Like,
it is.
You don't have your own space anymore.
I mean, I still have, like, the game room, and, like, she's not needy. So thank fucking God. Neither one of us are needy, so we both just like stay away from each other and do our own shit. Mm-hmm. And if we want to hang out, we hang out. But I've been with women where they've been over for a weekend. And they're like, so what are we having for lunch? I'm like, you were supposed to be gone 12 hours ago. Like, I have shit to do. Why are we talking about this? So the first date was on Friday. It's Sunday.
Yeah.
Go home. Go home. Is that fucked up? I feel like every dude has been there. Every person has been there. I've had women throw me out Saturday morning and been like, it's been too much.
Go.
Yeah.
You gotta go.
And I'm like, I appreciate that.
Yeah. And also, I've been there, and it's also like, you've been wearing the same clothes.
Yeah.
Like, even if you brought like something to wear the next day, like Saturday, it's Sunday now.
No,
like,
then you start wearing my t-shirts.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. It's like a couple in Iron Man t-shirts. It's awful. It's so awful.
But it's been good so far, though, living with the lady.
Oh, it's great. It's just the weird things you find out about someone when you start living with them.
Oh, yeah. Like what? Have you discovered weird things about yourself, as she pointed out? Like, you do
Both. She's reached a point where at certain times she'll have her headphones in when she's writing. And then if she moves, like if she goes to the bathroom, she'll just instinctively respond to me. So I always ask her the same thing.
What is it?
You gonna poop? And then she's like, no, I'm not gonna poop.
So now she goes to the bathroom and she just goes, no, I'm not pooping.
Yeah, if I'm in eyesight.
That's hilarious.
No, whatever. I don't know. Like, I'm just a weirdo.
Yeah.
And I'm dirty, and like my poor upbringing shows. Because I'm just like, no, I'll wear these socks for like 5 days. And she's like, we gotta wash these fucking socks. Or change into sheets every week.
Dude, that's a big one.
She changes sheets every fucking week.
Every week?
Yeah.
I'll do it every month.
Dude, every month. I'm just a gross guy.
Maybe every 2 months.
Yeah, when you think about it, you're like,
yeah,
dog, not all the time.
Yeah. I've been better. You know what's be really weird is since the quarantine, like, so I have a thing, and I got you into it. I don't like doing my own laundry.
Yeah.
I like to do drop-off laundry, because I used to do laundry in New York, and I hated sitting in the laundromat and waiting, and it just felt like such a waste of time. So I was dating a girl, and she was like, why don't you just do drop-off laundry? And it was like the best thing that she has ever taught me. It was so amazing. It changed my life. So ever since that, I've been doing drop-off laundry. And now with the quarantine and like isolation, they're not doing drop-off laundry. So this is the first time in probably 5 years that I've been doing my own laundry.
Fuck.
And it sucks.
Do you need laundry stuff?
No, I've got my own laundry stuff. But because I've been doing my own, I've been washing my sheets more often, and like pillowcases and stuff. Makes sense. And I don't know why. I don't know why that makes sense. But I've just
because they would charge extra for that.
Not if you do it in the drop off. You can put the sheets and pillowcases in. You can't do a blankets. Comforter. Or blanket. Yeah.
No, we have our own washer and dryer, so she's doing laundry. Her bed has like fucking 8 pillows.
Jesus.
So there's like decorative pillows that go with the sheets.
Oh, you have to take them off.
We have to take them off before bed. We got to put them back on when we make the bed.
Yeah.
It's all of that shit that I never knew that people actually did. That you you'd see it in like catalogs. Like, who the fuck has 10 pillows on a bed?
Well, you're dating a fancy lady.
I know.
She's a very fancy lady.
She's very fancy. Her family's very fancy. They're all very fancy people.
Yeah. But the decorative pillows, I feel like that's some like old people once you've had kids and they're out of the house shit.
It's decorative pillows.
Fuck. You know, I say I'm about. I was like, I don't think I will ever date a woman that's like that. And then like fucking, 3 weeks from now.
It's not. I'm not saying it's like bad. It's cool. It's different. Like, I'm not anti it. It doesn't matter. It's just shit that doesn't matter, but it makes her happy.
Yeah.
So I'll go with it. Like, it doesn't make me mad, or it's just I'm very indifferent about it. So why not? If she cares that much about having fucking 8 pillows on the bed, then fuck it. I don't care.
Yeah. That makes sense.
You know what I mean? I'm not going to die on that hill. I feel like there's a lot of other wars I'm going to have to go through. You know?
Yeah. What war do you think that might be coming down the pipeline? If you foresaw a war coming that you're living together, or it's just like, lady,
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know when you can like see an argument coming where it's like, oh, I know that's not going to be cool in the future.
Yeah. No, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Because we're just really two independent people. And it's a 2-bedroom apartment.
Oh, well, that's awesome.
Yeah. So it's like we'll have our own space.
Yeah.
So we won't really... I feel like a lot of couples get into arguments because they're just always around each other. But we're still, like, pretty separate and do our own shit. Like, it's not... It's like the ideal scenario.
Yeah.
And she doesn't make me mad. And I don't make her mad.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
What they all say. Fucking.
I'll probably piss her off.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you guys got a good thing going.
I'll definitely piss her off.
Eh.
And I farted on her the other day.
You farted on her?
Yeah.
How did that go?
She tried to sneak in and take the back when I was asleep, and I just tooted on her. I'm not gonna let her take the back.
Talk about your thing about taking the back.
Well, it's like, I don't know. Whenever women
you need to explain what taking the
back is a mixed martial arts term where the opponent has the other opponents. They're on their back so they could choke them and knock them out. And if a ref wasn't there, they'd kill them. So there aren't referees in normal life. So I'm assuming they're trying to kill me.
So if a woman's trying to spoon Atif, he assumes that she's trying to choke him out.
Yeah, I can't let him take the back. So sometimes if they do, if they're like adamant, they're like, I want to be big spoon and hold you. It's so weird. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's weird, but I'll have my hand by my ear so I can at least protect the one side.
Protect your neck.
Yeah.
Fucking bust a run. Bust a bust.
You have to. You fucking have to.
It's weird to me when I get spooned because I'm always so much larger than everybody.
Yeah.
Like it just feels weird and it doesn't feel right.
No, it doesn't feel right at all.
I'd much rather just kind of like lay separately on our backs.
Yes. Or I do enjoy spooning and cuddling. Like I'm cool with that, but like
I love it.
I can't be low spoon. Yeah. I don't know why. I guess damage. Just emotional damage.
You really think so?
I don't know. I feel like that's one of those things that like women will throw at you. It's like, you're damaged. You can't take being a little spoon. Like I've had that.
Yeah, you're getting gaslit.
Yeah. But again, those broads who have like complained have been always taller than me. And I'm
okay. Yeah.
So I'm like, it's not a height thing, but I don't know. I feel like you just date a lot of dudes who are like, I don't know, I guess insecure or like weak.
I don't know. I think if somebody did try it, like people have tried to big spoon me, and like I'm not like so opposed to it that I'd like throw them off or anything, but it just doesn't feel right.
It's a weird feeling.
It doesn't feel correct.
No. That's why you fart on them.
Yeah.
That's why you just toot right on their guts.
Yeah. You blow some air in their hole.
Yeah.
Or reverse queef. Fucking get some of your air up there, baby.
But like, I don't know. It's just, the weird part about living with her is like, since this quarantine, her family has like a weekly FaceTime.
Oh, like a Zoom meeting?
Yeah.
That's cute.
But she's never talking, and we're all doing the same shit. We're all inside.
Yeah. I used to. The first week or two of quarantine, like I called my parents like every other day.
Yeah.
And then after 2 weeks, it was like, hey, so what's new? Fucking, I know what's new. Nothing.
Yes. Even like when I started moving out my shit like weeks ago, you were like, hey, we never like talked that much. It's like, So we're both doing the same things.
Yeah.
Like, I know what you're doing. You know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
It's no new developments.
Oh, there's some new developments.
I guess.
I fucking started a one-man band.
You did start a one-man band. I have not done any Zoom mics.
Dude, no.
Right? You know what's fucked up is I saw people making comics pay to be on their Zoom mics.
Yeah, Flappers is doing that, I think.
That's fucking despicable.
I just also don't think that any of those shows would be any good.
No.
Like, you can't kill.
No, there's too much lag.
Zoom. Yeah.
It's not a good technology.
There's too much lag, and it seems more like a conversation. Like, there's no, like, I have the mic, I'm in power. We're all on an equal playing field, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no stage, there's no lights on you.
No.
You're just fucking the biggest thing the biggest screen in a Zoom chat room.
Also, like, I don't care for it. I really don't care for it.
What do you make of these people? So, when...
What?
Let's get into this.
Please.
So when quarantine first started, I was bored as fuck at home. And, you know, I couldn't see anybody because quarantine, isolation, and all that shit.
Sure.
So I created a Tinder profile for where I said, hey, we're all quarantined until at least, at that time it was like April 31st. Let's just fucking chat and send each other nudes.
Yeah.
Put that in my bio. My pictures were like just a regular picture of me, and then a picture of headless me, just a shot of me shirtless in my underwear.
Fantastic body, by the way.
Dude, thank you.
Of course.
That
your body's great.
Dude, that picture was real good. I sent that in an email to myself to save.
I do that with a couple of my dick pics, where I just have it saved in a folder called dick pics.
So you know what? I've never done that. I've never sent I don't have a stash of like, oh, this is a good dick pic. I'm going to save that for later. Oh, man,
really?
I never do that because I always just took them fresh.
Why?
And I always thought that was like, I don't know. I thought that was just what people did. And then I talked to women and they're like, no, we have like stashes of them to send like later.
Yeah.
And then I started stashing.
Dude, if some girl is like, always send it solicited, like whenever they want it.
Yeah,
don't send unsolicited.
Don't
I feel like in these days you gotta say it.
Yeah, don't be that guy.
But whenever a woman's like, hey, I want to see your dick, I could be driving. I'm not gonna pull over and take a picture of my dick. I'm like, hey, here's the dick. I'd rather...
See, I was always the person to be like, I can't right now, I'm driving.
See, I'd always go through my folder while I'm driving, risk death to keep the moment going. But yes, your shirtless Tinder profile.
Yeah.
That got you dragged?
It got me dragged on the internet.
Quote
unquote dragged. So this couple of one female comic saw that I had posted that, and here's the thing: when I put that profile went through a couple of revisions because I had on there, it was just a picture of me regular and then the shirtless picture in my underwear.
Yeah.
And then when it first started, I was like, hey, we're quarantined until blah blah blah, let's just chat and exchange nudes after a while. And that was all it said.
By the way, beginning. That's usually how online dating goes. As someone who is an online dating vet, you chat for a bit and you might get some nudes, man. If you're vibing,
yeah, maybe. Yeah.
That's not... You're not being preposterous. You're not like, yo, let's chat for a bit and then throw me your car. I want your car. You're like, no, send me a nude or a sexy pic. Like, that's what you do.
I didn't even say send me a nude. I said, we can exchange nudes.
I know.
Like, it's reciprocal.
Yes.
So I was like, I thought that was just like kind of funny. And also, it was one of those things where it's like, it's funny and it's kind of a joke. But if it works, that's awesome.
Of course.
So I had that on there. And the first couple days, I was getting a lot of matches and talking to people. And then I would be like, hey, so like, did you read my profile?
I just want to know where in the conversation you brought this up.
It was like, 6 to 10 messages in
She's
where
like,
it was like we're vibing.
She's
It's
like, oh, this quarantine's weird. My grandma might have it. Dope. Have you read my profile? Try to make sure I see them titties, lady.
before you hit up that funeral.
See them boobs.
But you know, this was my thing. It was just like we're on dating apps. Like, there's no end in sight to this.
Of course.
So what are you trying to do if you're not?
Also, you posted that same screenshot.
I posted a screenshot of the
days
profile.
before.
Yeah, I posted a screenshot of it on my Instagram where it said all the shit that was on my profile.
Yeah.
So a couple of days of that, after I was like, hey, did you read my profile? Like, a lot of the girls that I was talking to were like, oh, I thought you were joking, or I thought you were being facetious. I'm not into that. And I was like, okay, well, I wasn't joking. Like, I'm not planning for, I'm not going to be planning for a date who knows how long down the road. Like, there's no point in being on dating apps right now, I feel like.
No.
Unless you're down to do that kind of shit. Like, what are you going to do? Like a Zoom date? I know people that are down to do that.
I've read people doing that.
It sounds awful.
I don't like it. Or like, I mean, even in my, like, when I was like dating, I would still like do phone calls.
Yeah, but
I didn't mind a
there
phone
was
call.
always like the I'll see you tomorrow for our date. Like with this, it's like I'll see you when Governor Newsom lets us. You know?
Also, like, I used to have a bunch of phone sex. I guess you can do FaceTime sex.
Yeah,
But then that's
nudes.
It's nudes, and it seems more awkward than phone sex. 'Cause phone
Yeah.
sex, I could still play PlayStation.
I don't think I've ever had phone sex.
I feel like when people have phone sex, no one's touching themselves.
Yeah, no.
I feel like you're
no
just
one's
saying
actually
sexy
doing it.
things to each other. Because I was always playing PlayStation. And I don't need to FaceTime sex someone and have them see me play PlayStation.
Yeah, I don't know. Phone sex is just always so awkward to me.
Super awkward.
So anyway,
Yes. You were getting dragged.
This female comic, she found my profile after I had updated it. After I've been through so many of those conversations where I had to say like, "Hey, I'm not joking." Like this was like my end goal.
Sure.
So then I put in my profile, like it was all the same shit that I was saying before, and then I put in parentheses, I'm not joking. Like, don't be surprised if the conversation gets steered towards nudes eventually.
Yeah.
So this female comic, she took a screenshot of this, posted it on Facebook without my like picture in it,
Yeah.
and for some anonymity or something.
But then they named you later on in the comments.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like somebody in the comments was like, "Who is it?" And then she just was like, "Joe Welkie."
Yeah.
It's like, what do you fucking? Why didn't you even?
Here, like, how hard can we go on this?
You can go pretty hard. Go for it. I wouldn't name names.
I'm not naming names, but that comic tried to get with you.
That comic, yeah.
That's the weird part.
This is the weird part is that comic tried to get with me.
And then people in the chat.
Hold on. That comic tried to get with me and sent me nudes.
Yeah.
And then people that were commenting on the post
Have gotten with you or have sent you nudes.
Had gotten with me and sent me nudes or like tried to get with me.
Yeah.
And they were all like, yeah, that guy's a fucking douchebag. Like, what an asshole. I can't believe. And then like this one random person was just like, yeah, this guy's not even hot enough to be asking for nudes.
There's probably a dude. I feel like there were like a lot of like awful looking dudes. See, and that's the problem with dudes is we will trash each other to just try to get in more with women.
Yeah.
Even without ever like noticing like how bad of a move she's doing right now. Like that's not a good look. You can't be like.
Well, her thing is she has a whole album on her Facebook dedicated to like weird profiles of Tinder, and she included me in there now.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: is I've been running this podcast for almost a year now.
Yeah.
Like I think it's like 2 months away from being a year, and the thing that everybody says about like when I would ask like what's a piece of advice that you'd give someone that's listening about dating, 9 times out of 10 the person that I ask will say you should be honest with your intentions. You don't want to like be misleading and like say that you want a relationship when you don't, or like you just want blah 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 when you don't. So I put that shit out there. Hey, let's chat for a bit and exchange nudes if we're down.
And it's like the same people that were like trashing you. You know, they're also like, how are you gonna kink shame someone or fat shame?
Exactly.
So it's like, why would they do something like that to you? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, just because you're going out there and you're like, yo, I want some nudes. We're quarantined. Let's exchange nudes if you're down.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Is like, I'm not forcing anyone.
No.
I was like, let's chat. See if we vibe and exchange nudes if you're down. If you're down.
Which is a rational thing that happens a lot.
It happens when you're not quarantined.
Exactly, man.
So I got dragged on the internet for like a day or two about that Tinder profile.
But by messes.
Yep.
What?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You weren't getting dragged by anybody.
Well, I was talking.
I don't know. Is that fucked up to say?
I was talking to this one comic who I think it's fucking hilarious, and I posted a thing about it on my Facebook, being like, "Hey, I'm getting dragged on the internet by someone who screenshotted my Tinder profile where I say that I wanted nudes," and I was like, the last 8 to 10 things that I posted on my own Facebook was like me saying, "Hey, send me nudes."
Yeah.
So it's like, who are you exposing? Like, what is this?
I don't understand what. I just didn't know the end game.
So one of my friends, who's a really funny dude, he private messaged me. He was like, "Who is it?" And I told him who it was. And then he went to the thread and he said, "Oh, there's nobody cool commenting. I wouldn't even worry about it."
That's what. That's what I'm saying. Like, no one was cool. The dudes who were commenting were hating. So she tried to raise them with the ladies.
Yeah.
Which is a dick move.
Yeah.
And a very short-term move.
Yeah.
Because no woman's going to date you because you trashed another guy.
But it is also funny to me. Like, there were so many moving parts that were funny to me about, like, I was honest with my intentions and then everybody trashed me for it.
Yeah.
The girls that were trashing me, like, either had hooked up with me or sent me nudes previously.
Yeah.
Like, multiple girls that were trashing me on this comment thread were like, had sent me nudes, and then I think it was just one of them, like, we had hooked up before.
And then I want to say another one was like mad because you told her you didn't want to hook up with her.
Yeah. One girl was like trying to get with me. I was like, no, I'm not into this at all.
Yeah.
So. And the third funny thing about it was, your boy was rolling in nudes.
That's
for a
what
bit.
I'm saying. I didn't want to know how we can go. I didn't want to like.
Yeah, for like the week or two that I was on there, like, people were down. People are vibing. If you're cool and if you're on dating apps right now and it's like you don't know what you're doing and you just want nudes, if you just put it out there, there are people that are like, yeah, you know what? If you're chill and like you're vibing with them, they're more than down because they know that this is a shitty situation. We don't know when it's going to... And, like, those desires don't go away.
No.
So...
Yeah, I don't know, like... I was just so annoyed at, like, all the dudes. So it was just like, I bet you're not getting anything. And I'm
some
like,
guys...
dude, you've no idea.
Some guy...
You've no idea.
Some guy said something like, oh, I'd love to see the messes that he's getting nudes from.
Nah,
and I was
man.
like, bro, you'd be lucky to see them.
Yeah, no, I remember some guy that I know, I don't remember who kept saying it, but he always kept saying, I do well. He would always say that in reference to women that he'd get with.
Atif is referencing himself.
I'm referencing myself. But you do well. Like, we do well.
Yeah, it's like the one lady that, like, the one comment that bothered me about it was this one woman just kept trashing me. And I know this one. I did a show with her before. She's a comic, and she's married. And she kept saying, this guy's not even hot enough to be asking for this. It's like, as if there's, like, if I was hot enough, is it okay then? Like, what are you getting at? Like, what are you talking? And it's also, are ugly, like, quote unquote, unhot by your standards people not allowed to, like, exchange nudes?
Yeah,
like,
I know. Let's have desires. Be like, I'm a mess, so I can't fuck.
Yeah, I'm a
No,
mess.
man, messes are fucking.
Yeah, dude. Everybody's fucking.
Everybody's
more power
fucking.
to them.
Absolutely, God bless.
But, like, that was such a fucking weird and rude thing to say that I just didn't understand.
Exactly.
And this lady's like, all of her updates are like, kill the patriarchy and like feminism.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, this is like, it just seemed unjust and like weird.
No, I feel like everybody online just feels like invincible with their comments.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. No, you can't see anybody out in the streets anymore.
Yeah.
Because of pandemic and laws. But you can't be like, yo, if you have smoke, let's just meet in person. Fucking handle
And I'll
it.
kill you.
Yes! Or we can fist fight or discuss it or whatever, but come to me rather than try to trash me.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody came to me. Except for, like, I posted something about, like, on my Instagram, the story of what happened.
Yeah.
And the one girl who commented on the girl's post that was trashing me, she sent me a message and was like, haha, yeah, I saw that. That's funny. Hope you're doing well. It's like, go fuck yourself. You were trashing me.
Yeah, dude.
Like, these two-faced fuck faces.
It's I just don't understand the point of it. I don't understand the point of, like, trying to drag someone for nothing.
Yeah.
I get it.
My shit wasn't affecting any of that.
No. It was all like, hey, let's just have a conversation and exchange nudes on a dating app that's meant for hooking up.
Yeah.
I understand dragging people when they've, like, done terrible things.
Yeah.
Because that's pretty interesting. I do. It's an interesting read.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are interesting fucking reads.
Well, I also hope that like terrible things don't happen, obviously, but
No,
for the sake of the read. But when it does happen, that's crazy shit.
No,
man.
but when they were like, oh, this guy in the comedy community beat up fucking kittens. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, I would like to know about
Like,
that.
what? That
Yeah.
guy? And then you read every single thing about it.
It's like 11 people being like, he beat up my kitten.
Yeah, you text like all your friends like, yo, you hear about blah blah blah?
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, bro, I didn't know he beat up kittens.
Yeah,
Bro.
he's cool with me.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's I'm glad I'm not dating now.
Yeah,
Glad I've settled down.
after like a week or two of, so it's been like a month and a half of us being in quarantine. After like a week or two of like the profile where I was like, hey, let's exchange nudes, I got off of it and I was like, this doesn't seem like the best use of my time.
No. But it's fun. I mean, a part of me...
It was fun for a while.
A part of me, like, I guess misses that. Like a small part of, like, a new connection, talking to someone new. But then I think about, like, A, how much I love my girl, and then B, how much of a pain in the ass dating was.
Yeah. The
You know?
effort.
Yeah, and it's the same conversations
Yeah.
that I was like, nah, man, I'm pretty good. Like, I had a great run.
Yeah.
I had a fucking great run.
Fucking wheeling up your fucking jersey on the pulley.
Yeah. Barney's Beanery is going to have to hang out my jersey.
You're fucking retired, bro.
Yeah. This guy ate chili cheese fries, hooked up with some hot chicks. It's crazy. It's crazy. You take him to a sports bar, eat an appetizer to himself, and then take them home.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That shit is crazy.
Yeah. What do you... What was the best, current girlfriend aside,
Sure.
best date you've ever been on? Where everything just like came up Millhouse.
Oh man, there's a first date where we're in Santa Monica, and we just made out on the beach at like 2 a.m. It's late at night.
You just met up at 2 a.m.?
No, we made out. We had dinner. We walked around.
Okay.
We're making out. Then we're just making out on the beach, and then fucking hooking up in a lifeguard tower, and then walked back to my car. And we stopped and watched a fight. I was like, this is my perfect night.
That is a pretty perfect night.
I love all those things. I fucking came. I watched people punch each other in the head. And we both holding hands, like cuddling. You know, they wrap their arms around your arm.
Yeah.
Like holding each other, watching these drunk guys fucking fight on the 3rd Street Promenade. And I was like, this night's the fucking best, man.
That's awesome, man.
So good.
Do you like the beach? I feel like you don't like the beach.
I hate the beach.
Yeah.
Hate
You used
it.
to go to the beach all the time to run.
Yes, because A, no one was there at night. B, the junkies were very motivating.
Yeah. Like, it's like, oh, fuck, I gotta be able
I
to
gotta keep going.
Yeah, I gotta outrun these junkies.
Yeah. I know it sounds fucked up, but it's peaceful. A, it's peaceful. B, it's empty. C, it's motivating as fuck. Because they will chase you. I've been chased a couple times.
Are you serious?
Yeah, dude. Raw look behind me, and I'm like, oh, fuck, this guy is jogging after me.
What's the best date that you've been on now with your current girlfriend?
I mean, the first one was great.
What'd you do?
Super Bowl Sunday, we just had lunch, and then went to the coffee shop, hung out more, bought her a comic book, and then just made out.
Book?
Saga? Yeah.
Yeah, that's your fucking...
It's a great comic book.
You've recommended that comic book to, like, everyone I know.
It's, like, the best comic book ever. Huh. So that our first one was great. There've been other ones. See, her and I only... What I love about her is we can do something shitty, and I will say this is shitty. And then she'll agree and not take it personally.
Yeah.
Like, we went to go watch a musical with Sting. I love Sting.
Yeah.
I love Sting. And I was like, oh, dope. Maybe it's going to be just Sting. Because I was like, Sting performing at the Amundsen, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that you thought that it was a Sting concert.
I thought it was a Sting concert. I didn't know he was singing about fucking boats for 3 hours. And I looked at it, I was like, this is the worst. And then we got in the car, and I was like, you've made me hate Sting. You've ruined what I've been listening to since I was like 4 years old.
You know what's hilarious is, like, that's two things that you both love. Like, you love Sting, she loves musicals, and, like, the combination of those two.
So bad, man.
It's just awful.
It's so bad.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
But she's great because I've been on dates with other women where they've been like, I planned this date. And then if it falls apart or the smallest thing happens, and I'm like, that's crazy, the food is running late. And she's like, really, this is an indictment on me? And I'm like, nah, man.
Yeah, no.
No.
You're fine. This restaurant sucks.
Yes.
The things you choose to do are terrible.
Yes. And I guess she's also a dick. We're just two dicks.
Yeah.
They're just trash things.
Well, I also think that's, like, a huge problem with people is that people that take themselves way too seriously.
It's the worst.
Like, you can't laugh at yourself or, like, look around and be like, oh, wow, this is pretty shitty.
It's
you know?
the fucking worst.
Like, there have been times where I don't know, we're like, yeah, we all fuck up. I think because we're comics, we're more in tune with that.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people don't want to look stupid or, like, have their egos bruised. And we've looked stupid so much and have had our egos fucked over. Like, our souls are black. That, like, shit, like, if I was on a date and a girl was like, dude, this restaurant fucking sucks, and then pointed out funny reasons why,
yeah,
I'd be like, wow, that's fucking...
That's what she...
accurate.
Do you remember when it was me, you, my ex, and Radiston and his girl, and we're watching the UFC fights at Buffalo Wild Wings?
Your ex?
Yes, my ex.
Oh, yes.
And how the whole month, the whole week before this, she was like, I gotta quit smoking. I'm quitting smoking. I haven't smoked a cigarette yet. Then that night, we're hanging out at Buffalo Wild Wings, and Radisson smokes, and he's like, I'm gonna go smoke. And she's like, I'll join you. I'm like, you sure? Like, you said he wants to quit. Like, do your thing. And then she just started fucking. She went to go smoke, came back, was just crying, and then, like, yelled at me in the streets.
Yeah, that was weird.
That doesn't happen anymore.
That night got dampered. Dampered?
I think so, but, like, I wasn't, like, judgy or anything. I wasn't, like, shitty about it.
It was like, hey, you said that you wanted to do this. Like, why? I thought that you wanted to quit or something, you know? And then she just she gave you a death glare. I distinctly remember her, like, because she was walking towards the door, and you're like, oh, I thought that you were going to quit. And she, like, whipped her head around and, like, looked at you like, fuck you, I'll do what I want. And, like, right now I want to smoke a cigarette.
But in my mind, I was like, I thought you were going to quit. Like, that. I didn't say, like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I thought you were quitting.
No. Do your thing. You were smoking this whole time together. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that doesn't happen anymore.
Dude, dating smokers sucks.
It's weird. It's fucking weird.
The kisses taste terrible.
The kisses taste terrible. But then, like...
I remember I was dating a girl a long, long time ago. And she, every once in a while, she would, like, just smoke one cigarette, like, once in a blue moon. And every single time she did it, I knew it. And I said, "You smoke a cigarette today?" And she was like, "How the fuck did you know that?" I was like, "I can smell it in your hair, and I can taste it on your kiss."
I've never really cared. I don't know why.
It's so bad to me.
I've never cared. I don't know. I just don't.
Cigarettes are just so nasty to me, though.
They are. They're gross.
They don't make any sense.
They make no sense. I understand weed completely.
Weed, I get.
I get that 1,000%. I don't know why.
To completely sober people.
I know. We've never done anything.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. I've never really cared. I don't know why.
Well, there you go, man.
It's a weirdo.
I don't know.
Again, like, the thing that I'm learning in my relationship is, like, me not caring is, like, the weirdest thing to her. Because she will be like, I'll be like, "Hey, do you need help with the dishes?" And she'll be like, "No, it's okay, I got it." And then I'm like, "Sure?" And she's like, "Actually, yes, I would love your help." And she was like, "Well, I've had boyfriends in the past who've yelled at me if I ask him to help me do things." I'm like, "Dude, I don't care. I live here too.
Yeah.
I'm playing PlayStation. Like, I can pause it. We can
Yeah.
do things." So I just
will
don't
mock complain. I'll be like, "Oh."
I don't care about anything.
It. Yeah, it's fine.
I don't care about a fucking thing. She's
That's
like,
good.
"What do you want to eat?" I'm like, "Whatever you want. You're the one who gives a fuck. I don't give
Yeah.
a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck."
Well, that's a healthy attitude.
Is it?
Yeah, because you don't give a fuck about little things.
No, why?
Like, things that are important, you obviously give a fuck about.
Sure. But, like, if she's like, "I don't know what I want," I'm like, "You figure it out. I don't care."
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Are you cool with sushi?" I'm like, yeah, whatever you want. Whatever makes you the happiest, fucking do it so you don't resent me for dumb shit.
Bitch and moan like
No, yeah, yes and no. Like, she's the one who cares more about it, so she should pick.
Yeah, that's a good rule, I feel like.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like whoever cares more about something, they get to pick it.
I've never had anyone put it that plainly before, but that makes so much sense. Like, you're the one that cares the most about it, so you should pick it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because wherever I pick, she's always shits on it.
Yeah.
If I'm like, "Let's get Chili's," it's like, "I fucking hate Chili's." Like, then you pick everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you've lost control of some shit?
What do you mean?
I one buddy, he got married, and a lot of his rhetoric is like, "Yeah, she just knows best, and she picks everything."
No.
And I just look at that, and I'm like, that's not healthy.
No, it isn't. You shouldn't become, like, your partner. You got to keep your own shit.
I don't even think it's like becoming. It just seems like you're being mothered and like you're a baby. You're not even an adult because you're not taking part in any of the decisions at all.
No.
You know?
I mean, I take part in some decisions, but there's other things that I just don't care about. Like food. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't. Like, because she's so regimented with it. Like, she counts her macros. She's like, "I can have..."
Oh, God.
That's the thing. She's like, "I can have this many calories a day." She's like, very strict. So don't even think about me if you're that strict.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? I'm not that strict.
Yeah. You could even like order from something separately.
Exactly.
Know?
Where I'm like, "Dude, do your thing." Like,
Dude, get what you need. I'll just get fucking Taco Bell. On my
yeah,
own.
but I know what you talk about. We're like, guys especially, they'll get in a relationship with a woman, and then they'll just become like her fucking mouthpiece.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never subscribed to that.
Yeah.
I don't. Why? You're supposed to be with someone that compliments you, and you can also like grow together, not turn into them. Like when this whole election shit was happening for the Democrats, she was heavy into Warren, and I was heavy into Bernie, and we're both bummed.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. The last episode of this podcast, we got into like I did it with Aaron Tracy, and we got into like a heavy politics discussion.
Really?
Well, because it came up that we were talking about red flags, and she was like, "Well, what are your red flags?" And I was like, "I mean, a big one for me is like I don't vote, and like I don't really care about politics." And then we got on this like long,
Makes sense.
but like, this election's just atrocious to me.
Dude, I remember, I love us say it like it was weeks ago, when I told you about Trump telling people they should inject themselves with bleach. You're like, he didn't. That's crazy. Why? And then you like read it. And you're like, that's fucking insane.
But he didn't.
He did.
He did not. He did not tell people to inject themselves.
No, but he was like, maybe we can inject bleach.
He was like, maybe we can look into that. Which is like dumb as fuck.
It's dumb as fuck.
But like he didn't say go out and inject yourself with bleach. Like this is the work. But he's just so dumb that he turned to a doctor and like, yeah, you know, like disinfectant kills it in minutes. Maybe there's some way that we could do that on our insides. Maybe that's something to look into. I was like,
that's so dumb.
I mean, that'd be amazing if that worked.
If it was that easy.
Yeah, if it was just like the doctor sitting there like, I never fucking thought about that before.
No.
I loved watching the news story afterwards, though.
Dude.
There was like a doctor on CNN, and he was like, yeah, I don't think we really need to look into that. We pretty much know that's not good.
Yeah, no, it's terrible. And there are multiple cases of people drinking bleach.
Good.
Right?
That's what I posted a thing about it. I was like, dude, if you're the type of person that will do that after hearing Donald Trump say that, and you're like, you know what? That actually might work. I'll inject myself with disinfectant. Yeah. Good. Fucking do it.
No,
Die.
An idiot.
You're an idiot, dude. We need to get rid of those people. And that's the quickest way. You take yourself out. You know? Wow, this got dark.
Let him fucking let him do it. If you're dumb enough to believe it. Like, because I feel like as a kid, your mom told you not to drink it.
Yeah, dude. Everything under the kitchen sink, you don't drink.
Yeah.
You don't drink, you don't put it in your body.
No.
God.
No, but I'm in a happy relationship, and it's weird. It's very weird. It's nice, though.
Oh, hang on a second. There's something's happening. Oh, shit. Oh fuck. No. It's an Atif interruption. Atif. We got Atif on the hot seat here. Atif, you think one question to ask Atif Myers?
You woke me up from a nap.
Yeah,
you guys would always wake me up from a fucking nap. Always.
Some people are louder than others.
Always would wake me up from a nap. I come through. I shake my fucking chest hair.
Yep.
And then I would look at some confused woman.
Yep.
Be like, why is there another person in here?
Why has this guy got a sleeveless cat tank top on or some shit? Atif Myers, what is a question that you have for our guest today, Atif Myers? Any question you want? This is the last Atif interruption.
Oof. How's your day? My day's pretty good so far. I just moved out a bunch of comic books out of my former room. And then my best friend and ex-roommate watched The Marine 5.
Oh, good movie. That's a great movie. Starring The Miz, WWE Studios. That's a good one.
I am going to miss doing interruptions because you would always get so annoyed with the questioning. I would ask the worst questions on purpose, so it'd piss you off.
Well, it was like, it would range from certain things where it'd be like, I loved when you asked Eric Owusu, like, what do you think about what's going on in Hong Kong?
Yeah.
And it was like, wait a minute. That's the type of shit. But I hated when you'd be like, what color are your eyes?
Yeah.
Like, I would get annoyed and the guest would get annoyed. Because I, like, before the show, every guest that comes on here, I hype them up. And I'm like, also, I have a roommate. And he might walk through at a certain point. We do a segment called the Atif Interruption.
Yeah.
His name is Atif. He's allowed to ask you any one question he wants and you have to answer it. And then I say, like, it can range from anything. Like, one time he asked a girl, like, what her favorite pasta is. One time he asked a girl what her eye color is. So it's like, I don't know what he's going to ask. So if he comes through, you just have to be ready to answer anything. And they're like, okay, cool, whatever. Like, what are the odds that'll happen? And, like, there was, like, 4 episodes in a row,
always
I think.
happen.
And
well, because you went on a spree of, like, recording, like, 4 of them in a weekend.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't leave my room.
Yeah. So it would be funny. Then you'd come out and be like, how was your day? And then the girl would be like, wait, that's it? Like, I thought that I was going to get, like, an actual question. I remember, dude, Sasha Boggs freaked out on you.
I know. And I was like,
fuck you! Asking me how my day is. Fuck off.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Right?
That was so weird. Like, that whole exchange was so bizarre to me.
I just asked someone how the day was, and then she yelled at me, and I was like, all right, I'll see you later. I'm going to go do other shit.
Oh, man.
But it would piss you off a bunch.
Yeah, it was funny to me. That was always funny to me.
Okay.
But, well, Atif, before we wrap this shit up, what's one piece of advice you got for everybody listening?
Fucking...
a quarantine special advice.
Quarantine special advice. The Costco, the business Costco in Van Nuys is always empty because people think it's for businesses only.
Oh, okay.
So go there. Also, like, don't be a dick. Wear at least a mask.
Yeah.
If you're going to like a grocery store.
Yeah.
But if you're not wearing a mask and gloves, I'm gonna judge the fuck out of you.
You know what's bullshit? I fucking go to the grocery stores. And it's all these old ladies that are head to toe and like they're basically wearing like hazmat suits.
Yeah.
But then they'll stand right up your ass.
Yeah.
It's like you're following all this protocol except for the 6 feet of social like. And I know like if you're walking in an aisle like you can't avoid that. And, like just do your best.
Sure.
But like they'll just like chill by the entrance.
Dude, this quarantine has made me realize like. Only like half my face is hot. Because I've been hiding, like I'm wearing a mask, and like girls have been hitting on me. They're like, yo, I must have hot eyebrows. Like, I don't know what the fuck.
You got great eyebrows.
I got great eyebrows, but like the rest of me's trash. So like, this fucking broad just spit game, and I'm like, I got a girlfriend. But dude, if you're single and ugly, fucking get out there right now and just spit game in public.
If you got like a cleft lip or something,
yes!
now is your time.
Now is your fucking time. Just hit on women in public.
Hey ma.
Hey, ma.
Hey flip flops. Yeah,
just cat.
Bitches
And also, if you cat call, they won't know who's yelling at them because your mouth is covered.
Ah, it's like a frog.
Yes.
Throw your voice with your mask.
And dude. If you're an ugly dude, get the fuck out there. If you're an ugly dude in like decent shape.
Yeah.
If you're a big old mess, like they know.
They can still see.
Right?
Yeah.
This guy's pant size is a 67.
All right, Atif. That about does it. You want to promote any of your shit?
Atif Myers.
Obviously not any shows going
Twitter
on.
and Instagram. Listen to my Spotify tracks that died with the quarantine.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that still going on?
How? No.
I don't know how much of a backlog you had saved up.
No.
Well, follow Atif on Spotify. Listen to all of his backlog. He would put out 5 minutes?
3 to 5 minutes every week.
3 to 5 minutes every week. So you probably got like fucking at least, 45 minutes up there.
It's taking over an hour, yeah.
Yeah. Look him up at Atif Myers. All that good shit, baby. Atif, thanks for doing this special quarantine edition of the Dating is Hard podcast.
Yep, absolutely. Anytime.
There you have it, everybody. The last Atif interruption. Oh, so bittersweet. I wish him all the best. He's awesome. Yeah, I'm really excited for him moving in with his lady. It'll be so nice. So for everything regarding this podcast, head on over to datingishardcomedy.com. Fill out that contact form if you have any questions for me, if you want to hear my opinion on something dating related, if you need any advice, etc. You can follow the Instagram at datingishardcomedy. You can follow me on Instagram at Joe Welkie. If you could please like, rate, review, share, subscribe, all that stuff that I normally say to make this podcast crazy big. Yeah, hope you guys are having a good quarantine. Hope you're staying safe. And until next time, later.